God asked him to do the one thing no father should ever have to do. Not fight a battle. Not cross a desert. Not leave behind everything he had ever known. Abraham had already done all of that. This was different. This was worse. God asked him to take the son he had waited 100 years for, walk him up a mountain, and give him back, as a burnt offering. This is the story of Mount Moriah. Abraham was 75 years old when God first promised him a son, a promise that he would become a great nation, that his offspring would outnumber the stars. But the years did not cooperate. Sarah's womb stayed empty. Doubt crept in. Detours were taken. An Egyptian servant named Hagar, a son named Ishmael, born not from faith, but from impatience, still, the promise remained. And Sarah conceived, and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. Genesis 21 verse 2. They named the boy Isaac. And it came to pass after these things, that God did tempt Abraham. The words that follow are among the starkest in all of Scripture. Now take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell you. Genesis 22 verse 2. And Abraham rose up early in the morning. He saddled his donkey. He split the wood for the burnt offering himself. He would later watch his son carry up the very mountain where it would be used. 3 days. That is how long the journey took. Genesis 22 verse 4. 3 days of walking beside the boy he loved, 3 days of watching him laugh, ask questions, sleep peacefully at night, while the father carried a secret heavier than the wood on the donkey's back. On the third day, Abraham lifted his eyes, and saw the place in the distance. This was it. He turned to the young men who had traveled with them. Stay here with the donkey, and I and the boy will go there and worship, and come again to you. Genesis 22 verse 5. Abraham laid the wood on Isaac. He carried the fire and the knife himself. And the two of them walked on, together. Then Isaac spoke.
My father. Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering?
He gave an answer that was both true, and beyond his own understanding. My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. Genesis 22 verse 8. They reached the place God had told him. Abraham built an altar there. Stone by stone, with his own hands. Scripture states it plainly, without embellishment, because none is needed, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. The knife was raised. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham, and he said, Here am I. And he said, Lay not thine hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. Abraham took the ram, and offered it up as a burnt offering, in place of his son. Abraham named that place Jehovah-Jireh, the Lord will provide. As it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. Genesis 22 verse 14. The angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven. By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Genesis 22 verses 16 to 18. So Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. Genesis 22 verse 19.
Subscribe!